So we're going to go over some safety things as far as transfers go. Emma is going to be our therapist. I will be the patient today. We're going to start with just kind of going over what you might be coming into as far as things being all over the place and getting your space set up somewhat to make a more ideal transfer, and then go from there.
Thanks. Hi, Heather. I'm here to get you up into your wheelchair for lunch.
Yay!
Okay, I'm just gonna scooch a few things out of the way here so we don't trip over them.
Is it warm out?
It is beautiful out today.
Is it warm out?
It is. It's about 70 degrees.
Oh.
Okay, I'm gonna put your feet down so you can sit up. Good. And we'll push this footrest in. Okay, I'm gonna help you to get your shoes on.
Okay.
Here we go.
It's pretty.
It is pretty. Here we go. All right, we'll unhook this call bell. Okay, Heather, I'm gonna put this belt around your waist so I can help you to stand up. Can you lean forward slightly for me? Good, and lift your arms up. I'm gonna make this pretty snug.
You're pretty.
All right, I'm just gonna make sure this gown is covering your back here.
It's nice out. Is it warm?
It is warm out today, nice and sunny.
Nice.
Okay.
I like it warm.
You can go ahead and put your arms down.
Okay.
Very good. Okay. All right, Heather. You can go ahead and push up from the armrest to stand up and then hold right onto the walker. Good, good, good. All right. Once you've got your balance, we'll take a few steps towards the wheelchair. Okay. And I'm going to kind of guide your walker. And hang tight for 1 second. I forgot to lock your wheelchair. And put your cushion down. Okay, can you take a few steps back until you feel the wheelchair behind you? Go ahead, bring your walker with you. And reach back for the wheelchair and you can have a seat. Very good. All right.
So realistically, there are times that either we have a very impulsive patient, which is me, and you might end up forgetting things, or you're so busy trying to keep them from, falling on their face that things get missed. So forgetting to lock the wheelchair, that does sometimes happen, even with Emma and myself when we're working with someone. So she did very well at making sure she kept contact. She informed the patient, even though I had no clue what was going on. She said, this is what we're doing, so just hang tight, stand up for a minute. So she made sure that I was safe throughout it while she did lock it. Never once did she let go of the gait belt. I had the walker. She was very good on that. Like I said, things happen. Sometimes we do, miss a few things here and there. The other thing is the cushion. So making sure that cushion comes with the patient so that if we're sitting in the recliner to the wheelchair. So again, she did very well at that, making sure that she transferred that over so that it was ready. The other thing is, and it's hard because I have clothes on, so she kind of had to think about it for a second. So if you notice, she kind of loosened the belt after putting it on because she wanted to make sure it was nice and closed in the back. So generally speaking, if you have a patient that is just wearing a gown, whether they're waiting for clothes or getting up in the morning, try and make sure that it's fully closed in the back so that the belt isn't against their skin. That's partially a hygiene thing, also comfort, because these aren't necessarily the most comfortable pieces of fabric, so you really want to make sure that there's something between their skin and them. If it's a larger patient that the gown doesn't fully close, you can always put a second gown on, like a robe, and that can help with that part. Or even if it does close, but they want a little bit more coverage and modesty, again, feel free to offer that. And then the other thing is just be aware, especially when you're putting the belt on, sometimes this can kind of come up or get pulled really far down. And there's a pocket here that has a hole, and depending on the gown, sometimes it can reveal more than you and your patient may want. So kind of doing a visual inspection isn't necessarily a bad idea if they're wearing something like this gown. So just keep that in the back of your mind. Otherwise, if you saw, she kind of helped to steer the walker, especially as I was crashing into the wheelchair leg wheels. So that is something that very often will happen with our patients that are a little bit more confused, or just they are in a rush or more impulsive. They may not necessarily be able to get themselves out of that kind of a jam. So feel free, if you've noticed that they're kind of running into something, you can try using cues, but you can also do like Emma did and kind of steering it gently, not yanking it anywhere so that I feel like I'm off balance. And she did very, very, very well on that too.